we can start our last talk for this session. It's about functional electronic inks as an enabler for the latest advancements in healthcare by Ryan Banfield from Heraeus Electronics.
Thank you. I have to apologize in advance for this. Greg Berube from my organization was supposed to be giving this presentation, but he came down extremely sick today. So I've had about 2 hours to prepare for this, so we're going to go along for this ride together. So kind of looking over what we're going to be talking about today, for the table of contents, we're going to be looking high level at what the motives are in the medical industry for driving functional electronic materials into innovative new applications. I'm not going to stand up here and talk a lot about the Heraeus portfolio. Instead, I would like to focus on market drivers within the industry. If you wish to learn more about the actual materials, you're welcome to come by our booth, and I can talk to you about that then. But I think it's a better use of the time to actually talk about what's growing this industry, what are the futures that are advancing everything, and why, as we, utilizers of these materials, manufacturers of these materials, be paying attention to these megatrends within healthcare that are resulting in growth within our industry. So as mentioned, healthcare spending within 2020 was $4.5 trillion. Now that's globally for everything within healthcare. That still represents a 5.3% CAGR from 2017 to 2022. So that's a compound annual growth rate. Medical is not going away as an industry. It's actually looking at expanding and growing, especially as new innovative technologies and ideations are starting to come within the marketplace, as well as drivers coming from the industry that are demanding better, faster, smarter, and cheaper applications. So taking a look at some of these other drivers that we're looking at, of course, there's a rapidly growing elderly population within the short term here. Technological advancement happening at lightning speeds. It seems like every time that you blink, there is a new innovative way to capture this healthcare data and be able to provide it to the ER, the doctor, or the nurse practitioner who needs this data in front of them. We're also looking at the increased availability of these low-cost portable and wearable sensors. I can almost promise that half of this audience in here is wearing some type of device, whether it's just within your cell phone measuring your steps or a smartwatch that's measuring heart rate. Wearables are becoming much more of a market driver and much more easily accessible to the market. First responders need this data as quickly as they can. So when a first responder is looking for incoming patient data in the ambulance, for example, the more data they can have when the patient arrives, the more quickly they're able to treat these patients. There's also a huge push with data and AI and analytics. So of course, this AI needs this data to be able to analyze. So the ability for us to process data is allowing us to put more sensors that give more data within the field. So on top of that, we're looking at cost reductions, tightening of the labor market. So it's no unknown to the industry that there is a decrease in nurse practitioners, and availability of these professionals to be able to acquire this data. So being able to do this autonomously without the intervention of a nurse or someone else is freeing up the healthcare system for more critical patient care. On top of that, there's stringent regulatory environments and the increased awareness of health and fitness by consumers. Everybody is starting to pay more attention to how healthy they are, what their data is. All of these are drivers and shifts that we're seeing where there's more of a push for these sensors, these wearables, a lot of these applications that we're here talking about today within the TechBlip Forum. So why functional inks? This is actually a really interesting question to be looking at. It's really what makes functional inks that much more interesting to the end user. And I realize that here, everybody who is in this forum probably understands at this point the benefit of functional inks. The problem that we're facing is the same problem we were facing 20 to 25 years ago with the development of a lot of these applications. It's how do we broaden the base to make more end users, more OEMs aware of the benefits of these materials, these printing applications, and these printing solutions. I don't have the exact answer for you here. It's an industry-wide question that I would encourage everybody to think about. How can we get more use cases out there for customers to be aware of? Of course, cost and energy efficient. We're looking at additive technology. We're not looking at subtractive, much greener, fewer processes.